Hello and welcome back to another session of Late Night Games. We are playing
Late
Shogun
Night
2 Total War. I'm your host Paul and I have with me Dave.
Hello!
Where we left off last time, Dave had just finished a glorious battle pushing the Hoju out of his territory. He decisively crushed them with his volley of arrows as they made the approach.
And I intend to pursue the remainders of their tattered forces and destroy them and take the province that they are now sitting in.
Nice.
So stick with us, we'll get right into it. And
Can you move far enough to hit them?
I can't reach them, no.
Oh.
So I'll have to wait till next turn. It's a shame, I know. But I may be able to bribe them. I have a 60% chance, and it'll cost me 4,148 koku.
How can you afford... Oh wait, you're trading with like half of Japan.
That's right, I am. I think I will. Let's see what it says. It seems even the most virtuous have their price. Our agent used his silver tongue to charm the enemy and bring them around to our way of thinking.
Not all of them moved over, but some of them moved over. Some of the more injured units actually moved over.
Luckily, my armies are close enough together to reinforce one another.
Yep.
And he's only got a small contingent of armies to attack me with if he so decides.
You may have Hoju gone by the end of this episode.
I may actually crush them like the bugs that they are, yes. Okay, just checking on the status of my boats. I'm going to auto-resolve yet another naval battle.
Naval battle, auto-resolve.
He has two Sengoku.
Takes way far too long.
Yes, the naval battle song. And I managed to wipe them out with taking very minimal damage to my boats.
Nice.
And there's a second one there that's raiding my trade route that will have to be attacked. And there are 3 Bokaboya against my 9 boats.
Oh, that's a nice navy you've got, Dave. You really are the powerhouse of the two of us. I've just kind of been holding in a stasis field here.
Interesting choice of words.
Yeah, I couldn't think of better words. I knew there were more. I knew there were far better words, but my brain just was like, no.
Stasis field. I think it was the conversation we were having just before about Star Trek. Could be. Possibly.
Yeah. Conversations about Star Trek do quite often
stick in your brain a little bit.
Influence my vocabulary.
Quite often or always, depending on how you look at it.
Always, Dave. Always.
I've decided it's too far a journey for those boats that are close to your province to move, so I'm going to keep them there and use them until they either die or win. Alright, just one more thing, I think.
Are they strong enough, though, to take on those pirates that are to the north? Because that's the main threat, is the pirates.
I think they are, because the pirates are quite damaged, and they don't have ports to repair themselves in.
That's true. I have managed to do some damage to them, even with my trade routes that I had last time.
Yep.
Or my trade boats.
Which were there to establish the trade route that you
Bring
mentioned.
around the mulberry bush, monkey chase the weasel.
I don't know what prompted that. I'm going to say insanity.
No, I was remembering how my boats went round and round and round and round.
Pretty sure that's a license-free song, if you want to look at it that way.
Alright, I am going to upgrade the port, the stronghold, or sorry, the fort to a stronghold in the Ugo province.
thus opening another building slot and making it more defensible.
Yep. And I'm going to continue my siege of their territory. Then again, I think I could wipe them out. I have 4 bow units, 2 damage, mind you, but 4 bow units. They have 1 samurai bow unit in their castle. They also have 3 spearmen, samurai retainers, and their daimyo. I have 3 katana samurai, 1 spearman, and my brother of the daimyo, who's passed away.
I think that if you can position your bows where his bows can't reach you, you could decimate most of his internal army. And
I think, especially since I just got Heaven and Earth, the amount of arrows I'll have with 4 sets of bow versus his 1, I'll just be able to completely decimate him. Because I have the additional arrows. Heaven and Earth causes me to bring an additional 50% arrows into battle. I'm gonna make the assault.
I'm going to spectate. I thought it said Yoshimitsu. I was gonna laugh, but it's Yoshinatsu.
No meat for you, just not. It is not Yoshimitsu. Ha 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 ha. Ha.
Yoshi, not Yoshimitsu.
Yoshi!
Ah, yes, Yoshi. That beloved little creature. You know, if I was skilled at modding, your song just actually made me think of something that would be really cool for this game, which would be, instead of just playing out a flash video every time you use a ninja to make an assassination or a sabotage, it would be kind of cool if you had a side-scrolling minigame, and if you won, the assassination would go through, and if you lost, obviously, it would die. Depending on the skill of your ninja, you would get more and more abilities during the side-scrolling minigame, and depending on the chance of being unsuccessful, the enemy would have more guards, etc., to protect him. I think that would be pretty cool. And that's my 2 cents. So what I would suggest, before you go back to it, is to the southeast and to the southwest and to the northwest, put 2 bow units each with units to protect them, because he can only protect one of them, and those are the opposite corners than the towers.
Oh, opposite than the towers.
A battle in the rain.
That eliminates my fire arrows.
It does. When it's raining, you can't use your fire arrows. Now, normally the attacker gets the decision to choose which day on which to attack, and the weather will change randomly. However, in a multiplayer match, if it takes too long to load, which, as far as I know, it always does, you don't really get the option as the attacker.
There we go. Units separated.
Okay. So you're attempting the pincer approach. I will let you know that his bows, his missile troops, are on the south wall, but they're now moving to the northeast wall to combat your army coming in from the northeast. Try to move just outside the range of those ones and pelt him with arrows from the other direction.
Yep. First, I'm grouping my 2 sets of guys into 2 separate groups. So that they hold formation.
A little pro tip, you can use the quotation mark key to move your armies forward. When they're selected, they'll move in a straight line forward, or you can use the question mark key to move them backwards a few steps as well.
Oh.
If you hold it down, you can actually move them, and they'll automatically walk, but you can switch it to a run using the button as well.
I had no idea about that. That's good to know, Dave. My archers are almost in range. The ones that are almost in range are my smaller archer units.
But they do have the added ammunition, and firing without recourse generally causes a lot of kills. Now, what I would do is get them in range of the castle, of most of the castle, while keeping them out of bow range, and just let them fire at will as the armies move in and out of their line of sight, rather than attacking a single army, because they may choose to follow them and put themselves in the line of fire.
The bow units are currently on firing actually at my other troops.
I would back them up so that they're not in range of those bows, because the walls will protect them quite well.
I've got 2 units of bow versus their 1. And really the rest of his army's out of range of my other side. So I'm gonna... You know what, you're right. I will back them up. Everyone back off. With the question mark key that David suggested. What's the one to move them forward?
Quotation mark.
Does not appear to be working.
You have to hold it down.
No, not working. Oh well. Is he moving his archers?
No, they're stationary.
Let me know if those archers move.
Will do, I'll keep my eye on them.
I'm just gonna get my main archers on this side in position.
I would move the rest of your armies out with them, because you may decide to leave the castle and attack your archers, and they'll be relatively defenseless.
I'm keeping my other guys just in behind. And are my archers firing? They are. But no flaming arrows, alas.
You've killed 4 of his samurai retainers. Make that 6.
Moving a little bit forward to get into some better range. Half his castle is now within my range. And they are firing at will.
And now we play the waiting game as the archers slowly whittle down his troops.
Yep. I'm going to fast forward for a second. Just let this waiting game go a little slower or a little faster.
Slower, faster.
His archers are still not moving.
In my experience, they'll generally stick to the wall that they started on until you try to breach the castle, if you have units threatening that particular position.
Which I do.
You're slowly whittling him down.
Yeah. He's focusing on the, they're focusing on the samurai retainers, I see, which is good for me because...
They're the strongest unit probably in there other than his general, so...
Yeah.
I love the ambiance of the battles in this game, with the background music. The
it is
slow
probably
grind.
one of the more enjoyable parts of it.
Definitely. Sometimes the micromanagement can get to be a bit tedious, but in a multiplayer game you're forced to move a lot faster, so you may make a few more mistakes, but you're more likely to move through it a little bit more quickly and get to the fun battle part. And the micromanagement is fun as well, building your strategy, putting together your armies, ambushing enemies, those types of things. It looks like he's gotten smart and moved just out of range of your bows. However, a little bit...
That's why I'm bringing my bows slightly closer.
Just be wary of those towers, because they could potentially open fire on them if they come within range of them.
My archers have about a third of their ammo left. Their general is directly within my range. Oh, and then he ran away. Yep, now he still has one unit within range over by the tower. That's lost about 30 units. So I haven't done much damage to him with my bows. But I've done enough to whittle. Especially that samurai retainer, it's down to almost half.
You have to slowly eat away at their confidence. Now, what I would consider is moving the units to the northeast around to reinforce your other units while keeping them out of range of their bows. And at this, once your archers to the southeast uses all its ammunition, then move that entire army out of range of the castle as well.
Yeah, that they are out of ammo.
One of them still has a few shots left, I think.
Actually, oh, that's the XP, not the ammo. Yeah, one's still fighting, the other one's not, so I'll move that one away. Or do I want to just have these bow units take out his bows and then be done with it?
They won't win.
I have I have 208 units versus his 88.
Yeah, but they have the protection of the wall, and since they're samurai, they also have better armor. So an arrow might strike their armor instead of...
I forgot that they're samurai. What would be the best way around the castle safely?
Probably just a wide berth.
Won't that fatigue the hell out of my guys? Because there's cliffs everywhere.
One of our units has used all its
just don't
ammunition,
march
my
around the
lord.
cliffs. Take it slowly.
Alright, that's it for my one side army.
Or even, it might be easier to move the smaller force and join them with the bigger force.
Yeah, because that's got my general.
Just try to stay out of range of their tower. It doesn't do much damage, but...
That's where I'm going to run into the biggest problem, is the tower. I think circling on the south is better than circling on the north.
Yeah, because you can make a wide berth between those two cliffs and come up around behind. Kind of like a little loop.
I might take a little bit of fire on the way to the first cliff, but that's about it.
You've done a considerable amount of damage to most of his units.
You guys just go hide in the forest somewhere. You're done for the day.
Be careful, you're marching your northeast units into the line of fire.
Oh god, I just noticed that.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
My weaker bow unit just ran away after suffering heavy losses. No! I should be out of range! Go faster! Get out of range! Quickly now. Yeah, this probably just lost me the battle.
Never say never.
Hurry up and get out of range of that fire. Faster. Go. You're running. So run.
You call that running? This is running. That's not running. That's a spoon. Oh, I see you played Runny Spoony before. Runny Spoony. That's really gross.
Hey, did I manage to rout that unit? I did.
Your Katana Samurai are still in the line of fire.
What?
Apparently they have ridiculous range from where they are. Oh, it's from the tower, that's why.
Okay.
The tower generally shoots 1 or 2 arrows at a time, so it's not a force to be reckoned with, but it still does whittle down slowly. So what I would do if I were you is put my units together and send them each to a different part of the wall so they can all climb at the same time, and hope that your Katana Samurai can take out the majority of their units. And use your general to rally them.
Everyone group. Pull together.
Also, so that you know, you have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left of the battle because you're fast forwarding.
So I'm gonna lose this then.
Yeah. Time limits have been a big constraint for us, I think. In the future, we'll know we have to act quickly.
That is not cool. Okay. Everyone
I would
just
suggest
rush. Where's the battle timer?
It's in above the map there.
See, I don't see anything above them. Oh, that.
I probably would have withdrawn. Lived to fight another day, but, you know.
I'm going to rush in and see who I can take out.
One minute remaining. He's manning the walls with his general. A bold move.
It is.
And his bows have come into support as well. And time is up. But it seems to be letting you play on still. Ooh.
Oh, crushing defeat? How is it crushing defeat?
I don't know.
Ran out of time?
It's a possibility. It could be because you didn't manage to kill many of his before the timer ran out. Learn new things every day about this game. Hopefully some of your units survived for a second attack.
I'm hoping all of them did, because none of them were really hurt. I mean, what sense would it make if two people stare at each other for an hour and then suddenly one person's down 100 some odd units? Yeah, I still have 602 of my initial 749 alive. Come next turn, I'm going in again.
If you did have a daimyo, if you do have a crushing defeat, it is does affect his honor as well. Yep.
Well, that's never a good thing. Alrighty, what else can I do this turn? Run away from the pirates, little boats! And that's my turn.
Now we'll watch the AI dance around. In fairness, I have kind of played a lot of this game in comparison to Paul, so he's a relative beginner compared to me, who's played through the game about 3 times now, so...
Dave, you've played through the game like 3 times since we started recording these episodes.
Shh. Only once, actually. I only did a Mori. I have other games to play as well. I know. Just so busy with all these games. Gaming is a lifestyle. Gaming is fun. Gaming pretty much can waste any amount of time you want it to. Even now, I'm noticing that, for example, my mother-in-law, who's 63, and her friends even play games on their phones now. Gaming is becoming much more
Universal?
Universal thing, yeah. Obviously, many people don't play as much of a game, complicated games as we do, but yeah. So the Iko Iki are offering me a military alliance as well, and I am considering.
Take it if they'll go to war with your enemies.
Request join war. The Honma and the Hatakeyama. They may come to an agreement. Alright, let's try just the Hatakeyama. I almost declared war on them accidentally. They're willing to go against the Hatakeyama, so I'll go with that.
Nice, because they're the yellow, right?
No, the yellow are the Honma.
No, like the people that are that big yellow territory above you.
Oh, the Ikoiki, yeah, they're the orangey yellow color.
Yeah, and they're right on the borders of the Hatakeyama.
See, the problem with that is, if they take over a territory and they're my ally, then I can't take over the territory until I'm prepared to declare a war on them. And as you can see, they're quite the powerful clan.
Mm-hmm. You may be able to use them to help you against the, Oh, my Metsuke was captured.
Hopefully he wasn't killed. Maybe just spend some time in prison.
No, they're chasing me again. Run away. I'm gonna lure the pirates over to you, Dave.
Good. Well, they didn't take the bait.
Well, they can't follow me that far because they already followed me the first time.
That's right.
You want to call it an episode here, Dave? Because that was a really long battle.
Yes. Give me a moment. So thanks for tuning in.
This has been another episode of Late Night Games. It's been Paul and Dave here with Shogun 2 Total War. Check us out on Facebook or Twitter to keep up to things all Late Night Game. To keep up on all things Late Night Game, my apologies. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit like if you like what you see. Any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comment section down below. Go ahead,
Thanks
Dave.
for watching. We'll see you next time.
Take care.